What's up, I Love Live? It's a movement. It's a movement for the people that enjoy that kind of music. It's a movement for those who, you know, love to come together and enjoy the good times and dance and have a good time and you know, give energy and power to each other. That's the kind of music that we're doing here. Leon is a musician, singer, songwriter, producer from London, who's passionate about what he does, passionate about producing good music, and you know, and giving people a good time. That's my thing. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. You know, it's one thing when you're a musician playing for other artists and you're always kind of in the back, you know, still playing obviously on stage, but you're in the back and no one's really seeing you. But when you come to the front, as I've done, from the drums to being a front man, being a showman of a gig, oh man, what can I say? My first experience, it was exciting, it was thrilling. You know, I've always had something about being at the front, being in control of the music from where I am, being in control of the show. And I begin to realize that that's my thing. I grew up in the church family, so a lot of my biggest influences were, you know, from the gospel circuit, people like John P. Key and Fred Hammond, and then it travelled all the way over to, you know, the old soul and funk legends like James Brown, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. Those are the people that I kind of grew up listening to. Prince, you know, from the early kind of 70s and 80s, and then you know, later on in life, 90s, I guess it was people like Mean Condition, Chris Dave, and some of those newer kind of soul and funk outfits. The new funk era, as well as being a genre of music, is my take on that old school funk. Old school funk mixture with a unique twist on the funk music. You know, the sound is very kind of modern, with the old school kind of vocal approach and spirit, literally spirit behind that type of music. And I love the synthesizers that kind of are the icing on the cake. They put the little thing on top and make it sound sweet. That's the new funk sound. It's giving you something to move, something to dance to, and you know, and you can really enjoy, you know, the kind of energy that it brings, and that's the sound. That's the new funk sound. That's what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leon! Let's hear it for them. Thank you. Enjoy.
Yo, Glastonbury. How you feeling? You ready? Yeah. So basically, when the process of me writing the music, I always tend to start with the bass guitar. I tend to start, you know, by myself in my room with my guitar, and you know, I just kind of visualize a beat or a color of music that I want to produce, and I start with the bass line and I work it out, and then I head over to the studio, put the drums to what I've recorded on the bass, And then I start from there, and I may call in a couple of guys to come in and sit on it with me, and you know, take their feel on it and kind of mix and match what we're both feeling at the time, and purely just go with the flow, and you know, and that's it. You just build it from there. You build up, and then last but not least, you know, you get the horns and the synths on, and the sound is created. The whole thing started when I moved out of London. I moved to a place called Hitchin, and I began, you know, the whole, you know, first song, the process of the first song, and as I completed it, you know, just thought, my wife said to me, "Why don't you put it up on the BBC Introducing website and see what happens?" I was very, very skeptical. For months and months I put it off, and then I thought, you know what, nothing to lose, I'm going to just throw it on there and see what happens. So within 6 days of it being on there, I had about 7 or 8 producers from the BBC call me or email me asking if I could come and do interviews, if they could play the song on loads of different radio shows, and it kind of just took off from there. And from that, I was like, man, I've got something I can work with. So I began writing more songs, 4 more songs for that particular EP called Invisible Me, and then I got, you know, from there I was asked to perform at various festivals that the BBC Introducing were hosting stages at, and it just kind of escalated from there. I did more gigs, more festivals. People started hearing about it, more radio stations, people buying the EP, and just generally really good feedback. And that was the start to Leon, to the NewFunkEra. Well, the new funk is for everybody, to be honest. It's for everybody. It's for those who really know what music is about and the power that it has to change, you know, to change your perspective on life and inspire and empower you as a person. So that's what the music is for. So it can be whatever age, whatever sex, whatever race, religion, whatever. It's for you. It's for those who love to dance. It's for those who love to have a good time and you know, really listen to great music, great lyrics, great vocals.
To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I go low, 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 go low. Keep it low, go lower, go lower, go lower, go lower. Don't mind go back, go lower, go lower. Oh, and start to come up, and start to grow. And when we dancing, now we have to go. Come on, sing, baby. Hope to see you soon. Please find me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And let me know how you feel about the show tonight. Thank you so much.